Hello all of you. Here we begin with the 6th class for capital gain. A very special class for all the exemptions. We've completed other concepts. Of course, tax rate and all we have been doing from day one, but special classes will be taken. But today's class is important. Working out the capital gain is fine. I told you it doesn't come every year. When do you enter this 4th head of income? When you have a capital asset and you transfer a capital asset, property or gold or jewelry. So when you sell it, you're getting huge capital gain. Now, by 5 classes, you know how to calculate the capital gain. Sale consideration, less expenses, net sale consideration, less cost of acquisition, cost of improvement. Absolutely fine. Now, what is the time now? Once you get the capital gain, last 3-4 classes we have seen in the basic problems, still 15 problems, one concept, one problem for bonus share, right shares, all we have worked out. Huge tax you are paying. Sometimes on long-term capital gain, 20% tax and then surcharge, ESES is very huge. Today's classes, okay, I transferred an asset. I am getting capital gain. But this money which I have got, this sale consideration by selling the house, the property, the jewelry, the open plot, this capital asset which I have sold, I have got huge sale consideration. This sale consideration, if I invest in proper tracked way with all terms and conditions, can I reduce my capital gain? Answer is yes. Actually, it's a kind of deduction which you do after capital gain, but we call it section exemption under section 54. So section 54 to 54F. Oh, so sweet of you. I did say that I will start the class with homeworks and then I went in the flow of exemption. So take it's change now. Yeah, good, absolutely, so nice. Bhavesh, Saket, Pravalika, all of you are giving the answers. Yes, please keep it. The chat box is open till the end of the class. And last mein homework dekhenge. Okay? Right? Because I've started in the flow of the exemption. So let us begin the class very quickly. Now you tell me, is the placement of exemption clear or not? Where the exemption will come? Okay, ma'am, I have got 5 lakh capital gain, 20% tax. I have to pay all or fine. But I don't want to pay any tax. Then whatever sale consideration you have got, invest it properly. So exemptions I'm going to teach today. Understand the concept vertically. Then we will do the revision left to right. And then today, tomorrow, 2-3 days, we will practice the problems for exemption. Now you know the problems of capital gain, but we will do it along with the exemptions. Already while working out one problem of shares, they've sold the shares and they purchased the house. I said, just work out 54F to complete this problem. I'll explain. So, is the placement of exemption clear or not? See the format given to you in your material where the exemptions are coming. जो capital gain का format दिया ना, sale consideration less expense, net sale consideration, index cost of acquisition, index cost of improvement, capital gain less exemption. So let us begin with this topic very quickly. Yeah, end of the class I will take the exemptions. ठीक है? चलो. Yeah, we'll do it vertically right now and then horizontally also. And it is my duty to make you learn. You try to understand now. Section 54. Okay. Who can claim the exemption? Individual and or HUF. Individual and HUF, not firm, AOP, BOI company. Which capital asset they need to sell or transfer? Long term or short term? To only long term. Which specific asset is eligible? A residential house property, not commercial open plot and or ghar bech rahe hain. Which asset they need to buy? Residential house. Which exemption we are doing? Yeah, sections you have to learn, and right now only. It's not that ma'am हम weightage से दो पढ़ लेंगे तो चलेगा या नहीं. You are going to learn everything, but these are the toppings you can say asked every exam. 54, 54 EC and 54 F. उसमें भी इसको 5-6 स्टार खिला दो. ये है भी वैसे सबसे अलग. स्टार ऐसे थोड़ी बनता है, ऐसे बनता है. चलो. So I am in the left hand side corner with the question. Who should sell the capital asset, individual or HUF? Short term or long term? Long term. Which specific asset they need to buy? Residential house property. Which asset the taxpayer should acquire? Residential house. They should sell house and buy house. What is the time limit for purchase? 1 year backward from the date of the transfer. नया घर मिल रहा था, after the COVID times, the rate were all time low. So we purchased the new house and kept. And afterwards, when we got good rate, we sold our old house. Is it possible? नया घर पहले ले देते हैं, we shift and then we sell the old house. Yes. So purchase 1 year backward, 2 years forward. Purchase. And if you construct, then 3 years forward. From which date the time limit will start? From transfer of the house property. The day you transfer the house, you from this date within 1 year, 2 years, sorry, forward, you purchase another house. 1st July 21, you have transferred the house, then 1st July 23 tak buy the new house, or 1st July 24 tak construct. Construction के लिए 1 year extra is given. I'm going to take an oral viva for these sections tomorrow. अब बहुत मजा आएगा, आप लोग कोरस में आंसर दोगे, बट आज ध्यान से पढ़ो. From the date of transfer, 1-2 years forward, purchase the new house, and if you're constructing 3 years में कर लो, or 1 year backward. You may have sold the house in 20, sorry, purchased the house in 20. And sold it later in 21. Okay. In case of compulsory acquisition, from the date of receipt, obviously government acquired my house in 2018, but they gave me money in 21. So now when I got the money from here 2 years and 3 years, I can buy another house. I want to explain this. I didn't sell the house. Government compulsory acquired my house for metro work or road widening in 2018. Is compulsory acquisition a transfer? Yes. Have we done special concept, special class? Yes. Now what to do? अब क्या करें? तो अब क्या करेंगे? When we are doing like this, 21, 22, yeah, then from that date. But if government has acquired in 2018, but government paid you the money in 21, so from 21 to 23, 21 to 24, you have got time to invest. How much to is exempt? Investment on new house or capital gain, whichever is lower. Sale consideration 10 rupees. Please look at the screen. Index cost of acquisition 8. Long-term capital gain 2. Now, if you invest 10 rupees in another house, you've sold the house in Secunderabad and you purchased the house in Jubilee Hills. So 10 full you have invested. So how much exemption you will get? Long-term capital gain 2 or sale consideration 10, whichever is lower. Whichever is lower. That means one thing should be clear at the base level now only, that long-term capital gain say exemption cannot be more. Ma'am, long-term capital gain is 2. I invested 10. Can I carry forward this loss? Answer is no. Acha. Now long-term capital gain is 2 and you invested 1 crore. How much exemption you will get? 1 crore. Taxable is this. I'll explain ahead, but tell me this date example, this money example, are they clear? थोड़े अलग है exemptions, तो आप respond करो. Are they clear? How much is exempt? Capital gain or sale consideration, whichever is lower. Ma'am, if sale consideration is 10, how much will be exempt? 2. If sale consideration is 1, how much will be exempt? 1. ठीक है, done. Now, is it possible to revoke the exemption? Oh, I sold the house in Secunderabad and actually I want to do business. But Dipti ma'am said कि घर बेच के घर खरीदो, so I will get exemption. So I purchased the house of my friend just to show the capital gain and all. Again, I sold that. So is it allowed like this? No. If you buy a new house or if you construct a new house, you should hold it for minimum 3 years. Is it possible to revoke the exemption? Please write the grammatical meaning of revoke is cancel. You sold the house, you purchased the house, we gave you exemption, but up cancel. No. Is it possible to revoke the exemption? Yes. If the new asset is transferred within 3 years. Next, when the exemption is revoked, will it be taxable? Yes. As what? Short-term capital gain. It will be taxable as short-term capital gain. क्योंकि 3 साल के अंदर आपने घर बेच दिए. Now, something new for all of you. CGAS. I want all of you to write down the full form somewhere here. यहाँ मत लिखना, यहाँ मुझे कुछ और लिखाना है, यहाँ नीचे लिख देना. Capital gain account scheme. CGAS is applicable? Answer is yes. Now, what is CGAS? Must have explained it 1 second. Yeah, this is it. What is CGAS? पहले ऐसे ही सुन लो ध्यान से. Listen. I sold the house in July 21. I want to buy a new house, but I'm not getting good choice house. And I want to claim this exemption. Can I say government promise within the 2 years I will purchase or 3 years and construct? Government will say, okay, whatever exemption you want to claim, keep this money in a separate bank account called as CGAS scheme, Capital Gain Account Scheme Bank Account. And this money will be freezed, locked. Use this money, withdraw it to purchase house only. If you withdraw and buy a lottery or shares and FNOs कुछ भी, अभी तो cricket betting भी legal हो गया ना, आप ऐसे कहीं invest करोगे, तो then it will all become taxable. What is the meaning of CGS? Okay, now understand this like a story. Section 54 says, if you sell a residential house, if you want to save the capital gain, these exemptions are choice. मुझे नहीं घर खरीदना है. With the household money, I want to start a factory. मत खरीदो. Pay the tax. If you want to avoid the tax on sale of residential house within 2 years forward from the date of transfer, 3 years forward from the date of transfer, 1 year backward from the date of transfer, buy another residential house. But if you're not able to invest this 2 years, 3 years, put the money in CGS scheme before due date of filing the return. Your financial year ended in March 22. Bye bye हो गया. अभी तक घर नहीं खरीदा. अभी तो अप्रैल चल रहा है. So your due date of filing the return is July 22. Till that time, you put the money in CGS, you will allow. How much exemption is allowed? Capital gain or investment, whichever is lower. अब वो logically आएगा जब problem solve करेंगे. Today's class is seriously different. I'm explaining all the exemptions. So now open to all of you. Ask your doubts so that I can share the screen. Exemptions का introduction तो clear है ना? Some of them join now. Welcome, please. I don't know why you are joining late, but 3 of you have joined now, and you thought homework तो हमने किया नहीं है मैम, homework discuss करेंगे फिर पूछेंगे. जो लोग आंसर लिख रहे हैं उनको मैं नहीं पूछती हूँ. I will ask Shruti, you write the answer. I will ask those who are not typing the answer. तो हमने आज homework discuss ही नहीं किया, हमने सीधे exemption शुरू कर दिया. Yeah. So this is all about section 54. इसको एक बार पढ़ लेते हैं. What is CGS? Will not read again and again. Under section 54, 54B, D, F, and G, capital gain is exempt if capital gain is reinvested If such reinvestment is not made before the due date of furnishing the return, amount of capital gain or net sale consideration is required to be deposited in the CGS scheme. Relevant points are: the deposit shall be made before furnishing the return of income or with the due date. The deposit shall be made in an account payee bank. Return of income will be accompanied with the proof. While filing the return, you give the proof. See, this much 2 crore rupees sale consideration we have put in the bank, and we will promise buy a house. Please consider it against this. Amount deposited can be withdrawn only as per the scheme. If the amount deposited is not utilized for acquiring new asset, capital gain shall be treated as revoked and it will become all taxable. ठीक है? Clear है? Yeah. I'm waiting. Either you write all clear, then I will go to the next exemption. Actually, one exemption, one problem I was deciding to work out. Let me see like that, or we can do all. एक साथ exemption पढ़ने से क्या the comparison becomes clear. It's not कि आपको नहीं समझ में आएगा, वैसा नहीं है. It's very easy. Say, is it clear to all of you? Sell one house and buy one house. All clear? चलो, then to make ourselves more comfortable, एक problem ही करते हैं इससे related. Actually, you know what happens when you do the one exemption, one problem I'm doing now for practice. But what happens, you know, dear students, all the exemptions you learn together and then you solve the problem with open mind for this topic. Then what will happen? You'll apply your mind. मैम घर बेच के घर खरीदा है 54. मैम ज्वेलरी बेच के घर खरीदा है 50. You should know also which exemption to apply. Don't worry, today, tomorrow, day after, 2-3 classes we are doing capital gain problems with exemption, with tax calculation. So it will all be clear to you for sure. Once again, before we start problem for 54F. Okay, right. So क्या है? Sell the residential house. Who? Individual and HUF, and only long term. Long term capital asset. मतलब you have holding that residential house for more than 2 years. है ना? Land or building की value 2 years and above long term. Individual HUF is holding the house for more than 2 years. They are selling residential house. They are buying residential house from the date of transfer 1 year backward, 2 year forward, 3 year forward, and then if the exemption is revoked, if the purchased house is sold, new house, ये घर बेच के you have purchased second house, this house you should hold it for 3 years. If you sell below 3 years, this exemption will be revoked. How it will be revoked, that also I'll work out the problem and show. By selling the house, if you're not able to buy another house, definitely you can put the money in CGS scheme and invest it for the required purpose. Sure. So this is one concept over. Very quickly, let us begin and solve the problem. Read the problem with me. Pranama, resident of 55 years, has purchased a plot of land at the cost of 75,000 in June 2008. He constructed a house on the land at a cost of 10 lakh and he sold the house in May 21 of 50 lakhs and purchased another house. Now see, land and building both is sold, but this time sale consideration is not given separate. Yeah, right. And he furnishes you other income also. That he has got interest on FDs, 45,000 net of TDS, investment. Now, this is the part which is not yet taught to you, deductions, man. Calculate the taxable income and tax thereon also. For financial year 21-22, assessment year 22-23. Chalo. So, 25th problem we are doing in class now. Yesterday, we have worked out slum sale and we have also worked out the stamp duty concept. I'll revise it while we check the homework at the end today. अभी तो we are doing problem number 25. Yeah. Please put the tick whatever problems we are completing now. Computation of income of Mr. P for the previous year 21-22. Right? Particulars and 2 columns. What is the sale consideration? He sold the house in May 21, third line of the problem. Sale consideration. He sold the house for 50 lakhs and there is no expenses, nothing. Less indexed cost of acquisition. So I want all of you to read the problem. He has sold land and building both for 50 lakhs. So first you have to take the cost of the land. And cost of the land is how much? 75,000 in 2008 and 9. So what it will be in 21-22? 2008 and 9 में कितना है इंडेक्स देख लो. 8 and 9 is how much? 137. Thank you, Mahesh. Good. Nice rhyming, no? 137, 317. So what was available in 137 has become 317. So 75,000 cost will become how much? As on today, that is the indexed cost. 75,000 into 317 divided by 137. 173, 540. 173, 540. चलो इंडेक्स कॉस्ट ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट. लैंड के बाद उस पे इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए क्या खरीदे? हाउस बनाए 10 lakhs में. And when he built the house in 2010-11 and 21-22. I hope working out the problem you are going faster than me. Kuch anyone needs explanation? I'm concentrating on the concept, but ये तो clear है ना capital gain तक. So what is indexed cost of improvement? 10 lakh into 317 divided by 167. 18,98,204. Done. So this is all the long-term capital gain. कितना आ रहा है? Write your answer. 18,98,204. Most of you are saying it's all clear. Anyone is still having any doubt? Ask. 29,28,256. This is what, dear students? Long-term capital gain. Long-term capital gain. Now, what he has sold? House. And he has purchased another residential house. Yes. Within the same year, June 21, for 8 lakhs. So can he claim exemption? Yes. This is the placement of exemption. Till here, so it is clear, no? Recollect all your 15 problems which are over, dear students. Sale consideration minus expenses related to transfer, index cost, all, and you get long-term capital gain. But now you are getting exemption under section 54. You've sold the house, you've purchased one house for 8 lakh rupees. And so you have taxable long-term capital gain. 21,28,256. 21,28,256 is your. See, now actually you were supposed to pay the long-term capital gain on 29 lakhs. So you have purchased the house of 8 lakhs. But what is your sale consideration? I can say to Mr. P, अरे आपका planning ठीक नहीं है. 50 लाख रुपए घर बेच के you got and you're just investing 8 lakhs. At least buy a nice house if possible for more amount, and then you can claim the taxable amount and reduce your tax. And now what will be the tax for him? Will he get 2,50,000 basic exemption? Yes. So what will be the balance income? 18,78,260 I am taking, round off. And on this tax will be 20% because this is long term. 1878,260 into 20% is the tax. Last income is to be rounded off and last tax is to be rounded off. See, this is 52 rupees tax. Don't round off. And E says 4%. Should I take surcharge? Answer is no. Only if the income exceeds 50 lakhs, तब surcharge आएगा. करो कितना आ रहा है? 375,652. So 390,678 is the tax payable, rounded off to 370,680. No rebate, no surcharge. Oh, I calculated the tax. ठीक है, वो बाकी सब है एफडीज और पीपीएफ में वो छोड़ दो अभी, क्योंकि बहुत आज एग्जेम्पशन पे फोकस करना है. लीव हाफ अ पेज. व्हेन आई कंप्लीट दैट, नो पीपीएफ का डिडक्शन मिलेगा एंड फिर ग्रॉसिंग अप ऑफ interest, TDS, all that if I explain, no, I will go to the next chapter. So I'm not doing that part. Leave half a page. When I complete that, I'll come and do add-on as option 2. छोड़ दो आप जगह. अभी concentration is on exemption. Did you get the placement of exemption? Yeah. Of course, what you invest in PPF, you get ATC's deduction, and interest on FD is also taxable. ठीक है, वो सब अभी नहीं करना है. अरे, yeah. Why this doubt is coming, dear? Some of you are asking, ma'am, 1 lakh additional deduction. अभी प्रेयर सिखाती हूँ आपको. टैक्स का प्रेयर है ये, और इसको करो. ये पागलपंती होना है टैक्स में स्कोर करने के लिए. लिसन. लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन ऑन लिस्टेड शेयर्स on which STT is deducted. Section 112A. सेक्शन अच्छा है, याद करो. बेसिक एग्जेम्पशन के बाद additional 1 lakh is exempt, and then remaining long term is taxable at the rate of 10%. This is other long term. In this only basic exemption and flat 20%. Is your doubt clear? Now you should not get that down. इसको learn करो. Long term capital gain on shares listed, basic exemption plus extra 1 lakh exempt, then taxable at 10%. Other long term capital asset taxable at 20%. Basic exemption to रहेगा. All right. But when you are doing all this, no, nice. That means आप लोग पक्का promise दिमाग लगा रहे हो, है ना? अच्छा है. 1 second. So this exemption is over, and this problem was so nice and simple, है ना? चलो, let us take up. 1 second. Huh? We will take up the next exemption, but Chalo, let us take up one more next problem. Recollect the exemption till then. No booster notes I am going to give. आप लोगों को आदत पड़ गई reading all your messages in the chat. Sure. Okay. So what is our prayer going on? It's very easy. Sell one house, buy one house. You know, I want to add one more concept in this problem. Notebook में आ जाओ. अच्छा, listen. Mr. P has sold one house. Look at the screen. Mr. P has sold one house. अभी किया ना हमने? हाँ, ये रहा. 50 lakhs में. And now Mr. P has two sons. तो Mr. P ने क्या किया? He has sold one big house, 4-bedroom hall kitchen, and he want to purchase two small houses. Can he claim exemption for two small houses? Answer is yes. Answer is yes. I want all of you to write a note as option 2, and then I will explain from the book also. If Mr. P wants to sell one house and buy, see, right now he purchased one house of 8 lakh. Can he buy two residential house? Two residential house. It is allowed to take exemption for both houses, if capital gain is less than 2 crore. Capital gain is less than 2 crore. अच्छा है, clear है? Some of you may not have followed. Can you please write it as note and then I will explain. If Mr. P wants to sell one house and buy two houses, and I told you why they have come up. I have sold one huge house, 4-bedroom hall kitchen for 2 crore, and I purchased single bedroom flats for my two sons. 80 lakhs ke. So can I claim exemption? One house becho, one house kharido. Dipti ma'am ne sikhaya. No. You can sell one house, you can buy two houses. It's allowed. Clear to all of you? Yeah. And where this provision is, I will read for all of you and check with me. ये देखो स्क्रीन पे. If capital gain is greater than 2 crore, one residential house can be purchased 1 year backward, 2 year forward, and construction. But if the capital gain is less than or equal to 2 crore, two residential house can be purchased 1 year backward, 2 year forward, or constructed 3 years forward. But this is lifetime once allowed. जैसे KBC में 3 lifelines are there. Here you have 1 lifeline. Purchasing or constructing two residential house is only once in the lifetime. Done. All clear to all of you? Chalo, I want to go to the next one now. Next one is very easy. Individual and HUF, short term और long term दोनों में मिलता है. Agricultural urban land. I want to repeat. Rural agricultural land which is in the outskirts of 8 kilometers of city radius, वो तो वैसे भी exempted. If you cultivate it or if you sell it, it's exempt. But are there urban agricultural land? Yes, city के within the city limits. Agricultural urban land, if it was used by individual or his parents for 2 years immediately prior to transfer. Anyone is doing agricultural activity, either you yourself or you are getting rent and you are giving it to some farmers. आजकल बहुत चल रहा है ना, city के limits में, outskirts में they are developing farmhouse and giving to you. Agricultural land, but what you have to sell, I want all of you to underline the way I am doing. Urban agricultural land. What you have to purchase? Today's class you cannot go here and there, one concept, one problem. बाउंसर जाएगा पूरा, तो आप पूरी कॉन्फिडेंस से, पूरे कंसंट्रेशन से साथ में जुड़े रहिए. देखिए, agricultural urban land you are selling, and you are buying agricultural land, maybe rural or maybe urban, maybe rural or maybe urban. ठीक है, right? And now you just have to purchase land. You don't have to do construction. So time limit is 2 years forward. Here 2 years forward was for purchase, 3 years for construction. So in 54B, what you have to sell? Urban agricultural land, city agricultural land. What you need to purchase? Urban or rural? City में land बेच के now you can buy the land in your village also. From the date of transfer, 2 years. But in case of compulsory acquisition by government, the day you receive the money. Investment in the new house or capital gain, whichever is lower, is exempt. See, if you read like this, no, these are all same. Is it possible to revoke? Yes. The new agricultural land you should not sell for 3 years. If you sell, it is taxable as short-term capital gain. And is CGS allowed? Yes. You sold one agricultural land, but then you didn't get your choice. So you put the money in CGS. हो गया. I told you first 2-3 exemptions will only take time. Then the reading will become very fast. कभी पूछ नहीं है. Otherwise they are asking 54, 54F and 54EC. Okay, no screen. Look here. What you have to sell? अच्छा, who should do this? Individual and HUF. Long term, short term दोनों के लिए है. What you should sell? Urban agricultural land. What you should buy? Urban or rural agricultural land. Time limit 2 years forward from the date of the transfer. If you're not able to purchase, put the money in CGS. Can the exemption be revoked? Yes. If you are buying the new agricultural land and selling that land within 3 years, the exemption is revoked. हो गया. 54B. 54 is what? घर बेच के घर खरीदो. Sell the residential house, buy the residence. What is 54B? Sell agricultural urban land, buy urban or rural. Now listen all of you. आराम से करो. Today's classes, understand. Keep your book open and solve problems. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, वो learn हो जाएगा. It's very easy. Any doubt in this? Anyone in the class is having any doubt here? Ask, otherwise we'll go to the next one. 54D. Any person. Now it's company, partnership firm, LLP, AOP, BOI, HUF, individual, सबको मिलेगा 54D. Short term or long term, दोनों के लिए. You have sold land and building forming part of industrial undertaking, which is compulsory acquired by government and which is used during 2 years for industrial purpose. Means you have land and building and which you have used for your industrial purpose factory, but which is compulsory acquired by government, but promise you used it for 2 years. And now what you need to buy? Land and building for industrial purpose. I'll give you beautiful example for this. What is the time limit for purchase? 3 years, 1 year extra. 3 years from the date of the receipt of compensation. Ma'am, here it was from the date of transfer or receipt. Why here only receipt? Because 54 days compulsory acquisition. Right. And how much it is exempt? Investment in new asset or capital gain, whichever is lower. Is CGS applicable? Yes. And can you revoke? Yes. If new land and building is sold. When you have shifted the undertaking, you should sell it, no? You should not sell it for 3 years, no? That's it. Sure. अब ना ध्यान से सुनो. I'll give you 9 examples for this. Listen. From Hyderabad, no, so we'll give, but those who are outside also will understand. Yeah, this is a very common story that around 20 years back, There were very compact markets in the heart of the city. My own native place is Maharashtra, Nagpur, and there it is like a hub for food grains from all over India. It's a hub for. So food grain market was very much inside the city. Now imagine for the logistics and all, trucks and all coming to the city, unloading, going, it will be so difficult. So government compulsory acquired that property and they asked everyone to shift the whole food grain market in the outskirts of the city. They made 4-lane roads, nice infrastructure, lighting, crane facility, everything. Government made it. They call it Kalamna market. It is one of the Asia's biggest market for food grain, and they asked everyone to shift over there. Now listen, why I'm giving you this example in capital. You are selling land and building in the heart of the city's market, and you are shifting. Government has acquired this, and government is giving you equal land and constructed building over there. You sell this and buy this. The government is giving you tax exemption. Promise that whatever industry you shift from here to there, you run it minimum for 3 years, you get 54D exemption. Whatever it may be. Proprietorship, partnership, company, kuch bhi. Same example now for Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, we know again it is one of the largest zoo park in India. Okay. Next to zoo park is an industrial area called as Chheda. In Chheda, there were, abhi ek story ho chuki hai, there were many plastic manufacturing units, used to make tumblers and all. Now, these plastic units were, they were emanating, matlab wahan se pure fuels or smells were going out, which were very dangerous for the Miralam link, which is a part of that zoo, and it was dangerous for the animals also. The government compulsory acquired them and they asked them to shift in the outskirts. You go to Gujarat, there is GIDC, Gujarat Industrial Development Corporation. City ke bahar, connected to the ORR and highways, they have made nice markets. In Maharashtra, MIDC, Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation, which are there. In our Hyderabad, IT industry. It's almost a new city, It's in the outskirts, so those offices are all in the outside, and most of time, whatever goods they are manufacturing or whatever service, ye sab export hota hai. So they don't get disturbed. Same is going to happen in future for Hyderabad's market called as Begum Bazaar. पता है फेस टू फेस क्लास में जब फोन बजे ना तो चॉकलेट खिलाना पड़ता है क्लास में सबको, तो इसीलिए क्लास साइलेंट कर देना चाहिए. हम कहाँ थे? In the heart of the city. Are you all with me? And these examples will help you to recollect this exemption. In the heart of the city, we have a huge market in the Begum Bazaar. All those masala industries and stationery. God knows, another 10 years, Begum Bazaar will become so kitne compact hai wahan pe truck aur sabko loading unloading is so difficult. Imagine if that whole market goes in the outskirts. So we will shift our land and building from Begum Bazaar to outskirts. We will sell it here, we will buy there, and we will get capital gain. How are the examples? And purpose should be clear. It's not ye section hai, ye learn karo, exam mein solve karna. But why they are coming up with this? These exemptions are lucrative offers. Ab ghar bech ke ghar kharido, ab ye karke ye karo, we will reduce your tax. Simple. As simple. Tell me now, is this clear to all of you or not? I give some response. Today it is 100% attendance in the class. All clear? Yes. Now, what is the name of the section? Thank you. Super clear. सब टीचर्स के अपनी डायलॉग होता है, तो आपने मेरा डायलॉग याद कर लिया. Super clear. Good. चलो, listen all of you. 54D. Any person, short term, long term, कुछ भी है. You are running an industry for at least 2 years here. Shift land and building, compulsory acquired by government to another area. Purchase over their land and building. and whatever is the purchase consideration, claim the exemption. But you've shifted and you have not purchased. You've got 3 years time to purchase. 3 years time you have got to purchase from the date of the transfer. Okay? If not, can you put the money in CGS? Yes. And promise that what industry you have shifted, at least you will run it for 3 years. You should not transfer, otherwise वो capital gain लग जाएगा. अभी तो exemption ले लो मजे से. मेरे friend का ये 2 महीने में मैं I'm selling you paper work. फिर 2 महीने बाद ना मैं फिर खरीदूंगी. So like this, some kind of manipulation is not allowed. These schemes are एकदम crystal clear. 54D. चलो. Next, now we go to कहाँ चले हम? Yeah, these two are twin brothers. If you want also you write. Abhi to I'm teaching you vertically. I promised you I'll teach you left to right, and this is a challenge the way I'm taking up एक deduction. इसके अलग-अलग भी problem कर सकते हैं, but मुझे क्यों साथ में करना है? So that you decide. If I say let us work out 54D के लिए problem. 50 तो you know, but in exam you have to decide कि which exemption will come. So for this part I'm going to take problems and I want all of you to write. अब इसको कैसे याद रखना है पता है? सबके लिए रास्ता है. Listen, twinning का जमाना है ना आजकल. फादर डॉटर मदर सन सब लोग ना सेम ड्रेस सिलाते हैं, तो ये लोग भी ट्विनिंग कर रहे हैं. ट्विनिंग सेम टू सेम पिंच बोलते हैं ना. अरे सेम पिंच. I also got the same dress, the same brand. अच्छा, you called it online. I don't buy online. I went to the store and purchased. Okay, what is 54EC? And I told you it's very popular because it's very easy. पहले 54EC करते. Any person, which capital asset, long term. क्या sell कर रहे हैं आप? Land or building after March 2000 because that's where it started. And what you need to buy? Bonds. Bonds are government debentures you have to purchase. National Highway Authority of India. I want all of you to write NHAI. Are you all maintaining that abbreviation books? तो 2 मिनट पॉज करके झांक के वहां पे लिखो. मैम हम abbreviations का full form लिखा रहे हैं, आप उल्टा लिखा रहे हैं. NHAI bonds, REC bonds, रेलवे कॉर्पोरेशन बॉन्ड्स, और एक और ऐड हुए हैं इसमें पावर जनरेशन बॉन्ड्स. इज अ ब्यूटीफुल कॉन्सेप्ट. आई विल टीच यू. अभी इसके पीछे का राज क्या है ये समझेंगे. 54EC. लिसन. अच्छा, गवर्नमेंट इज टॉकिंग टू यू. ओहो, यू आर सेलिंग लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग. हाँ, गुड, नाइस. यू गॉट कैपिटल गेन. Yeah. Huge, no? What are you going to do of sale consider? Who is talking with you, dear students? Government. अच्छा, काफी पैसा आया होगा. Land building. Lands तो आजकल करोड़ों में होती है. हाँ. What will you do of this money? Listen, we want to develop India. By 2025, it would be super developed India with all the infrastructure facilities, and that's already seen. Imagine 10 years backward, आपके airports ही कैसे थे? छोटे छोटे एयरपोर्ट्स थे. नाउ एवरी एयरपोर्ट इज मेड लाइक ह्यूज. बॉम्बे में जैसे T2 है, हैदराबाद में इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट है. एंड अर्लियर इफ यू गो टू टैंगमेंट, आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू सीन, जब व्हेन यू गो इन द कैब टैंगमेंट से जाते हैं ना, नेशनल हाईवे नंबर बताते हैं. आर वी यूजिंग इट एज अ हाईवे? टैंगमेंट इज वेरी मच इन द हार्ट ऑफ द सिटी नाउ. सो सिटी को क्रॉस करना है तो बाहर से बाहर क्या होता है? ORR. Almost all the cities are connected so fast by roadways where you were taking 16 hours, you're traveling 8 hours में. Outer ring roads. Then मैं इंडिया के अगर ऐड कर रही हूँ तो कोई बात नहीं, 5 मिनट ये सब नॉलेज भी जरूरी है. और एक्सप्रेस हाईवेज, I don't know how many of you have traveled Pune to Mumbai and Baroda to Ahmedabad, like that. Go to Tirupati. The way you climb is different and the road which comes down is different. Earlier it was not same. एक ऐसे जाते थे, रुक जाते थे, फिर उनको नीचे जाने दो, फिर हम ऊपर जाते, वैसे था before 15-20 years. Now government needs huge money to develop these roadways and all. That's why they have issued bond. NHAI bonds, National Highway Authority of India bonds are issued by government. You buy these bonds and capital gain का पैसा है ना, आप घर बेचे ना, huge करोड़ों रुपए हमको दे दो. We will invest this money in India's development and we will pay you interest and all. Routine में बहुत कम tax होता है and it's nice benefits also you get. When you buy these bonds only you get 80C's deduction. I'll tell you. Second, the bonds which I say is REC, Rural Electrification Corporation. So much of power sector work, I forgot the name. तेलंगाना में एक साल पहले एक बड़ा power work शुरू हुआ है ना? हाँ, so like that, do they need huge money for that project? Yes. Third is railways. Already so many Durantos and special trains are coming up now. Another 5 years we'll be having bullet trains in Hyderabad. So for that, railways need money. Okay. And power generation sector, they also need money. So this is the scheme. Land बेच रहे, land and building separate भी allowed है यहाँ. Land बेच रहे, building बेच रहे, काफी capital gain आ रहा ना. You don't want to buy another house? Okay, put the money in bonds. Promise you will get exemption. And win-win situation for you. You are reducing your capital gain. And what is the win-win situation for government? Government को क्या फायदा है? They are getting money at a very reasonable rate. They pay you 6 to 7%. So you may be saying, ma'am, then why I should not invest in share market? करो. फिर दिन रात screen के सामने बैठना पड़ेगा. Government money is safe. Saving account में if you keep 3.5% से ज़्यादा interest नहीं आता. So people are investing in the bonds. In fact, I'll tell you, these railway bonds, though the day bond issue came, no, on the same day the issue was full. जितने करोड़ों के bonds उन्होंने issue किए, एक ही दिन में full हो गए थे. हाँ, one restriction is there, and that is asked too many times in the fill in the blanks. You cannot buy more than 50 lakh bonds in a year. Ma'am, but I've sold the house for 2 crore. Why can't I buy 2 crore bonds? No, not at all. सबको benefit मिलना चाहिए ना? Rationing system है यहाँ पे. Only 50 lakhs bond you can purchase in a year. Now you tell me, shall we read vertically? And I want all of you to write. If 50 lakhs is missing, इसको लिख लेंगे. चलो. Any person sell long-term capital asset, land or building. Bonds purchase करना है. Time limit of purchase of bond is 6 months. Man, last 1.5 hour you were giving. आप अभी 1 घंटे से तो 2 साल का time दे रहे थे. Now you're saying only 6 months. How is it possible? How much time do you need to take in buying the bonds? Just make a call to your broker in your demat account and the bonds will come. So 6 months forward time only you have from the date of transfer. And if it is compulsory acquired, from the date of compensation. How much is exempt? Investment or capital gain, whichever is lower. Can it be revoked? Yes. 2-3 condition है revocation के लिए. If the new asset is transferred, bonds बेचना नहीं है, or it is converted in money, or loan is taken against the security of bond for 5 years. See, government is saying if you are giving us money for development, at least give for a lock-in period of 5 years. Your money will be blocked or locked in the bonds for 5 years. This is one of the reasons many people go for it, but many people don't go for it. 5 साल के लिए पैसे blocked हो जाएंगे. घर बेच के you are buying the bonds. Okay? And if it is revoked, it will be taxable as long term. Here it was short term. Here it is long term. Why? Bonds and all holding period more than 1 year only long term. CGS is applicable. No, I want all of you to circle. Ma'am, अभी तक तो yes था. अभी तक CGS. Why? Your year ending is March 22. If you can't invest till July 22, put your money in CGS 2 year forward, 3 year down. But here too you need only 6 months time, no? So no need. बैंक में डाल दूंगा बाद में बॉन्ड. बाद में क्या खरीदना है? कॉल करके खरीदना है. CGS scheme is not applicable. Today's class, I'm very confident. Rather than understanding the sections, the limit, वो तो अभी 3 दिन में जब रोज repeat होंगे तो clear हो जाएंगे. Concentrate on the purpose. Why? Keep that Y open. Why CGS is not? Because 6 months time is enough to purchase. And now I said these two are twinning, same to same, twin brothers. 54 AC any person, 54 EE any person. Long term, long term. Sell land and building. Sell any long term capital asset. कुछ भी बेचो, घर बेचो, jewelry बेचो, shares बेचो, sell any long term capital asset. Buy units of specified mutual fund. Government wants to encourage mutual funds. So, sell any long-term capital asset, buy units of mutual fund, 6 months forward, 6 months forward. From the date of transfer or compulsory acquisition, same. Kitna exemption milega? Investment on new house or capital gain lower, same. Is it possible to revoke? Yes, same. But these mutual fund, you should hold it for at least 3 years. Don't transfer, don't convert it into money, don't take loan against the security and all. Long-term capital gain, agar revoke hoga to, and CGA is not applicable. What is the difference in 54? Your book is open, my book is closed on the screen. 54 EE and 54 EC. EC or E, क्या फर्क है? Any person can do. Long term. Here you sell land and building. Here you sell any asset. Here you buy bonds. There you buy what? Bonds नहीं खरीद रहे. आप क्या खरीद रहे हैं? Specified mutual funds which are there. Okay. And time limit for purchase 6 months forward. CGS applicable? No, not necessary. And minimum holding period is for bonds 5 years. For mutual fund 3 years. And I want all of you to write, please. 50 lakhs का limit रह गया है ना, कहीं लिखना तो आप लिख लो ना. ये यहाँ पे लिखो, मैं जहाँ लिख रही हूँ आप लिखो. Write down. Bonds on national highways less than equal to 50 lakhs. जो आप bonds खरीद रहे हो ना, वो 50 lakhs से ज़्यादा नहीं खरीदना. I mean, say, ma'am, मेरी मर्जी, I want to buy 2 crore bond. Buy. Deduction you will get only for 50 lakhs. I think there would be a cap also. You cannot buy, like you can't put more than 1,50,000 in the PPF account. वैसे यहाँ पे भी cap होगा. All clear? Shall we go to another twinning? No, there are some people who are out of the group. Out of the group मतलब वो किसी से mix नहीं होते, कोने में बैठते हैं, खुद ही पढ़ते हैं, खुद का करते हैं. तो वैसा ये अकेला 54F है. Please remember, it's not rigid or wrong way, but then he doesn't gel along with other sections. तो इसको हम last में करेंगे. Why am I doing 54F last? Because it doesn't go with other sections. थोड़ा हटके है. पर एग्जाम में आता है 54, 54 AC, 54F. Star market most important. I'm doing another twinning for all of you. 54G and GA, especially for CMA exam, this is asked. CMA nahi hai ye. 54G and GA. Who can claim the exemption? Any person. Short term or long term. Which asset? Land, building, plant and machinery. Are you underlining the way I am underlining? यहाँ land and building बेच रहे हैं, यहाँ any long term capital asset, यहाँ any long term capital asset. So what you are selling in 54G, 54GA, what you are selling? Land, building, plant and machinery. In order to shift industrial undertaking from urban to rural, the way I am underlining, I want all of you to underline. Urban to SEZ. Urban to rural. Urban to SEZ. Shifting of industrial undertaking. (54G). And is it very much practicable? Your unit is very nice, but labor is very costly in the urban area. So better shift your land, building, plant and machinery to rural areas where labor is cheap, raw material is nearby, water is available, any resources. So you are shifting from urban to rural. Second is shift from urban to SEZ. Did we all learn with diagram what is special economic zone? Every state is having special economic zone, an area in which you don't have to pay any local taxes, GST, income tax, nothing. But promise, whatever you do, manufacturing or service and all, it should be exported. India में dollars आना चाहिए, rupees जाना चाहिए, वैसे. So, if you shift your undertaking from urban city's heart to a special economic zone, it's good for the development, no? So you can claim exemption. What you need to buy? Land and building in the rural area. Land, building, plant and machinery in the SEZ. 1 year backward, 3 years forward. From the date of the transfer. Okay? Why from the date of transfer? This is not compulsory acquired. Compulsory acquired is 54B and 54B was only for land and building. 54G and GA is for land, building, plant and machinery. आपके दिमाग में सब ऐसे bulb on हो रहा है या नहीं? I am highlighting the important points. Here it is only land and building. Here it is land, building. Okay, bulb on moment you are saying. Good. So land, building, plant and machinery. Shift from urban to rural, urban to SEZ. You know, it's your own wish. There are so many paper industries, khadi industries, cottage industries, which are shifting from the city limit to the urban area. They can claim this exemption. Time limit, 1 year backward, 3 years forward. Only purchase. यहाँ 2 years है, 3 years है, ये तो 6 months logical है. 1 year backward, 3 years forward. From the date of transfer. Is that clear? From the date of transfer? Yeah. Invest in the new capital asset or capital gain, whichever is lower, will be exempt. Is it possible to revoke? Yes. Don't transfer for 3 years. 3 years. ये वार्निंग साइन तो सेम है, रेड सिग्नल है, रुक जाओ, 3 साल खत्म नहीं हुए, वेट, डोंट सेल, डोंट सेल. When the exemption is revoked, it will be taxable as short term. Is CGS applicable? Yes. Yes. Why CGS is applicable? How much time limit is there for investment? 3 years. So if you are not able to invest in the coming 6 months before due date of filing the return, put your money in the CGS scheme. All right. Now, 54, घर बेच के घर खरीदो. 54B, urban agricultural land you say, buy urban. Be clear with the section and the asset. बाकी अपने आप याद आ जाए. 54B, sell urban agricultural land, buy urban or rural. 54D, land, building and industrial undertaking compulsory acquired by land and building and they provide. 54EC, sell land and building, buy bonds. 54EE, sell any capital asset, buy specified mutual fund. 54G, shift land, building or एक addition, plant and machinery, not furniture. Huh? One exam they gave problem and it was the biggest blunder for students. They took furniture also. यहाँ फर्नीचर बेचा वहां खरीदा, उसको भी ले ली, मत लेना. Only land, building and plant and machinery. Shift from urban to rural, 54G. Shift from urban to SEZ, 54GA. I have given you enough practical examples. I hope I have opened up that why. Is this clear like this? Then only left out is 54F. और वो क्योंकि सबसे अलग है ना, उसको थोड़ा उठा के लेके आना पड़ेगा with lot of due respect because it comes in the exam and the way we calculate is different. Take 2 minutes break. Any one of you is having doubt, ask. 54F is like I've never seen any capital gain problem without getting 54F. It's that important. Just check your watches, 2 to 3 minutes quick break. हवा खा के और पानी पी के और हम मिलते हैं. एंड ऑफ कोर्स आई विल सी द चैट बॉक्स इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट. एंड आज की क्लास में मैं प्रॉब्लम बहुत कम कर रही हूँ, तो मैं थक गई हूँ बोल के. आप मुझे रुकाओ और क्लास के बीच में अब भी डाउट पूछो कुछ है. Don't wait till the end of the class. Ask if you have any doubt right now. Yes. How is today's class? हाँ, आज कुछ लिखना, one concept, one booster note, one problem. That cycle is not there. See, there are few things which are to be studied like this. These are exemptions. We have studied it up to down. Now I am beginning to do it left to right. Left to right is comparison between the exemptions. And then some more nice concept. And maybe tomorrow we'll work out only the problems for the exemption. Kal koi explanation nahi hoga. The class will start and end with the problems. But 1 second. Yeah. Anyone is having any doubt in any exemption? And please read at home so that you learn all this. Okay, chalo. Let me share the screen and now let us begin. Left to right. Why am I doing left to right? See, who can claim the exemption? 54, only individual HUF. 54, individual HUF. Wo agricultural land wala. 54D is like business, no? Shifting of land and building. Any person, any person, any person. Wherever business is there, any person. Can you put a tick mark like this? Any mark, whatever you like, tick, star and all. Don't put asterisk mark. ये जो asterisk mark करते हैं ना, पता नहीं ऐसे बोलते हैं. This is a sign of confusion. नहीं करना. Exam में भी if you are writing it in points, put bullet points. 1, 2, 3 or arrow mark like this. So can you all please put a tick here? Now, which asset, whatever you are selling, is it long term? Yes, ghar to long term. You hold it for more than 2 years, then you sell. Agricultural land, land and building, long term, short term, kuch bhi. Again, related to business and short term, long term. Otherwise, all long term. Next, what you have to sell? This though I have discussed many times. And what you have to buy. That is clear. Time limit. Time limit. For purchase of the house, 1 year, backward 2 years, forward construction 3. Agricultural land ही खरीदना है ना. Land बेच के you have to purchase land 2 years. Land and building both 3 years. For shares and mutual funds 6 months. And for urban to rural, urban to SEZ 1 year backward, 3 years forward. अभी भी 54F is left. It's saying मेरा number कब आएगा? आएगा. Okay. Now, from which date? All these investments are to be made from the date of transfer. From the date of transfer. ठीक है? Right. Okay. How much exemption? Investment or capital gain? Investment or capital gain? Investment or capital gain? Investment. इसको ऑलरेडी 2-3 स्टार लगे, इसको किटकैट खिलाओ, 5 स्टार खिलाओ, सब खिलाओ. ये अलग है. Seriously, I want all of you to do 3D makeup of this chart. Investment in house or capital gain, whichever is lower. All these are same, only this one is different. KitKat 5 स्टार सब खिलाओ और नवरात्रि का फास्टिंग चल रहा है तो उसको ब्लॉक में डाल दो, लेकिन इसको अलग रखो. Then you revise before exam. I have generally seen students getting full out of full marks in capital gain chapter. Next we are doing salary. Salary में थोड़े से calculation है, easy है, but कहीं students silly mistake करते हैं. But a general trend out of all the 5 heads, full out of full marks in house property and capital gain students get. That easy this chapter is. Ma'am, everywhere investment in capital asset whichever is lower, बस ये एक अलग है. Is it possible to revoke? This is same. But bonds, you should hold it for 5 years. Rest all, you should hold it for 3 years. Now, if exemption is revoked, then bonds and all the time limit is less. No, 1 year, age of the asset. So this is long term. ऐसे block डालो, long term, ये 3. Even 54 है. it is revoked long term. There's a reason, I'll tell you this part. Baki, whenever exemption is revoked, it is short term. Now, next. CGS is applicable? Yes, 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 yes. Only here no. Why? You have to buy bonds. You have to buy, क्या खरीदोगे आप? Mutual funds. So you need only one call away. You call to your broker and buy. It doesn't take more than 6 months time. How is this revision? Are you all able to follow? And no doubts, then we will call the guest of honor for today. His name is 54F. शुरू करें 54F. अच्छा है? चलो. And it's very common. बड़ा liberty है. 54F goes very smooth. It doesn't mingle, but very simple and sober section. अब क्या है देखो. Individual and HUF. What capital asset they are giving exemption? Long term. Which specific asset they need to sell? Any long term capital asset other than residential house. Ma'am, any long term asset we can do 54AA also. कोई भी asset बेचो, mutual fund खरीदो. Yeah. 54F says you sell any long term capital asset other than residential house and you buy residential house. But promise that on the date of transfer of the capital asset, you should not have more than one residential house. So one house you have and one more house you are buying. ठीक है? Excuse me. One house you have and one more house you are buying. Residential house property. Which asset you should acquire? Residential house property. अब घर खरीदना है तो Control C, Control V. Put an arrow mark like this. 1 year backward, 2 years forward you purchase, or 3 years forward, or 3 years forward you construct. From the date of transfer of capital asset, or in case of compulsory acquisition, from the date of the compensation. Okay. Now, some formula. How much exemption you will get? Investment in new house divide by sale consideration into. क्या पता क्या फॉर्मूला है? दीप्ति मैम ने बोला है कोई फॉर्मूला नहीं होते हैं, लॉजिक ही होता है. तो अब हम वो लॉजिक पढ़ेंगे. रेस्ट तो क्लियर है. If it is revoked, it is long term. Is CGS applicable? Yes. You are selling any capital asset in 54F except residential house and you are buying house. Now, this is the way you calculate. Look at this example. Section 54F. Suppose sale consideration is 100. You have sold jewelry. Index cost of acquisition is 75. And you are getting long-term capital gain 25. Now, you invest in the new residential house 35. Now listen. Put your pens down and look at the screen. What have you sold? Jewelry. What did you buy? Residential house. Can you claim 54F? Please make it 54 capital F. ये टाइपिंग मिस्टेक है मेरे तरफ से. आप इसको कैपिटल F करो. कभी भी स्मॉल f नहीं लिखना. मैम आई लाइक स्मॉल लेटर्स. नो प्लीज. These are sections. If section says it is 13 capital A, it's 13A. 13 small a will be something else. Chalo. Now, you have sold 100 rupees jewelry and you have invested in new house 35. So you will get logical exemption. In 100 sale consideration, your capital gain is 25. Now you have invested 35. 35 में कितना? 35 into 25 divide by 100. ये लिख लो, ये मिसिंग है. ये तब का टाइप किया हुआ है जब टच स्क्रीन लैपटॉप नहीं था ना. टाइप करके क्लास पढ़ा रहे थे फर्स्ट लॉकडाउन में, तब का है ये. 100 सेल कंसिडरेशन में कैपिटल गेन is 25. So you invested proportionate 35. How much will be exempt? We do the same in accounts and insurance claims. वो average clause में वैसा ही है ये. 100 में 25, 35 में कितना? So 35 into 25 by 100, 8.75. पहले कैसे था? Oh, your long-term capital gain is 25, no? Then your capital gain 25 or your investment 35, whichever is lower. So, pura 25 exempted. These are all other exemptions. 54, 54B, 54D, 54EE, 54EC. वो सब में ऐसा है. Long-term capital gain or investment, whichever is lower. Whichever is lower. लेकिन यहाँ पे कैसा है? Cross multiply. I want all of you to take a pause and do it, and definitely I am solving a problem for 54F. You know, when exemption is revoked, तो क्या होगा? दुख होता है कि अरे इतना अच्छा capital gain लेके revoke हो रहा है. But in exam they are asking you question that if exemption is revoked, how the capital gain will be chargeable. We will do all that. Yeah. Please can you check this now so that I can solve one problem. Sale consideration 100. Index cost of acquisition 75. Long term capital gain 25. 100 sale consideration में 25 है. Why did you invest 35? Ma'am, if I invest 100, पूरा 25 exemption है. You've sold the land, I mean say the asset, any other asset other than residential house. Not land also you can sell now. 54F, if you want, you can write, you can sell open plot, land, and you can buy residential house. Allowed. They say sell any asset other than residential house. And what you need to buy? House. And promise on the date of transfer, you should not have more than one house. All right. Read the condition, please. If new asset is transferred within 3 years, exemption is revoked. If another residential house, you had one, you purchase second, then you should not purchase third residential house 2 years forward or construct another residential house for 3 years. Because if you do that, now you will have 3 houses. एक घर बेचा तो एक ही घर खरीद रखना है जो आपने खरीदा है. And other than this, one more house. If you buy one more, then you will have 3 houses. Exemption is revoked. So what are the conditions? You should not transfer this house. And if another residential house is purchased 2 years forward or constructed 3 years forward, exemption is revoked. Achha, why is it long term? All the exemptions, if they are revoked, if they are cancelled, short term, short term, short term, short term, short term. Why these two are long term? Because what you are selling, long term asset, any long term asset, land and building. यहाँ भी अगर long term बेच रहे हो तो revoke हुआ तो long term ही होगा ना. So only for these three, if it is revoked, it is long term. All the other cases, it is short term. Clear to all of you? How many of you still have a doubt in 54F? 54GB is there, but not much important. एक अलग दिन मैं आपको बता दूंगी. 54GB is like almost getting close now. हर साल एक साल बढ़ा रहे हैं, but ठीक है. 54GB is there. In brief, I'll explain once later. अभी नहीं करना. Okay, I have a doubt now. Listen, all of you. Can I avail more than one exemption? I want all of you to answer. Unmute करके बोलो chat box में. बड़ा simple question पूछा मैंने. I'm working out 1 or 2 problems also. We are taking class 15 minutes more. Homework, I'm really sorry. So nice you all have given answer. But आज mindset पहला दिन है ना exemption का. फिर वो homework check करने में we have to revise the concept of slum sale, stamp duty. Promise me tomorrow's class will start with that. अभी बोलो. My question to you all, didn't understand. Can I avail more than one exemption? Can I avail more than one exemption? सोच के बोलना कर. कुछ भी बेचो, bonds खरीदो, कुछ घर बेच के घर खरीदो, all. Think and answer. Can you avail more than one exemption? Yes or no is the question. But whoever says yes or no should unmute and say the reason. ऐसे ही तुक्का नहीं, हाँ हाँ, you said no and the answer was also no, or you said yes and answer is yes. No. No. Chalo. Let us practice some nice problems right now. Okay. That is one combination. Appreciate it, Saket, what you are answering. और भी थोड़ा सोचो लेकिन. Chalo, I want all of you to go directly to 27th problem, which we are doing it right now. I know I'm skipping the problem, but our concept important hai. Hold on to the concept because it is your first day for exemption. Exemption मजा आएगा कल जब हम बहुत सारे problem करेंगे ना, तो you'll really enjoy. 27 problem we are doing it now. Anand is a resident 85 years, so पहले super senior citizen. Purchased 10 plots. अरे 97. जिनकी if the property is purchased before 2001, you have to take the fair market value, 15 lakhs on 2001. On April, he started a business of the property dealing and converted all the 10 plots into his stock in trade. Okay. And recorded the cost of 40 lakhs in the books. Fair market value on the date you transferred, 2007. Okay. Now on March 16, you have, one second. He sold all the 10 plots for 55 lakhs and purchased a residential house. थोड़ा लंबा problem है, but अच्छा है, nice. He has sold all the plots, 10 plots. First, he has converted plots into his business. So conversion of the capital asset into stock in trade, it's the business. Now he has sold 10 plots. ठीक है? And purchased a residential house for 50 lakhs. He also constructed 2 rooms in the residential house and he spent 8 lakhs. He sold the above residential house. Okay, घर खरीदा फिर घर बेचा. The valuation adopted by the stamp duty value is 95 lakhs and he has done 73 lakhs. Obviously, we have to go for 95 lakhs. On request, Anand went to the valuation officer. Valuation officer तो उससे बढ़ के. I am saying 73, stamp duty 95, valuation officer 98. क्या ले sale consideration? What we should take as sale consideration? Super, 95 lakhs. MCQ, you all will get full out of full marks. Super. Nice, nice, nice. Stamp duty value. Evaluation officer is higher than that. That means you have followed yesterday's exclusive class for stamp duty. Good. On request of Anand, ये तो हो गया. Anand is paying brokerage 1% always of sale consideration. Compute the total income and the tax liability. ठीक है. So actually he has sold the plot बेच के तो घर खरीदा. अब वो घर he has sold. He sold this residential house. Okay. And what did he buy later? Nothing. But when he sold the plots, he has purchased the house. So if you sell the plot and if you purchase the house, you will get 54F. Okay? Not required in the final exam, but it's a nice problem. So I'm taking up this now in class and we will definitely solve more problems. और इसका मैं थोड़ा स्टोरी लाइन आपको लिखाती हूँ. आप लिखो ताकि आपको समझ में आए. एग्जाम में मत करना लेकिन अभी करना. प्रॉब्लम नंबर 27. कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ, 2 कॉन्सेप्ट हैं. कॉम्बोस का जमाना है. कन्वर्शन ऑफ कैपिटल एसेट इन स्टॉक इन ट्रेड. एक तो ये है, you have converted capital asset into stock in trade. So the day you convert, that's the date of the transfer, capital gain. And when it is sold in business, it will be business income and all. And also concept of exemption under section 54F वो भी मिलेगा. करें साथ में. चलो. Yeah. Before we start the problem, no. अच्छा ठीक है, चलो प्रॉब्लम ही करके करके पढ़ के we will do. I thought I'll draw the diagram and show you, but anyways you don't have to do it in the final exam also. Yeah. Yeah, we will solve tomorrow the problems for 54 EC and all, and I'll tell you combos also, how you can take 2 exemptions. Anand Prakash has residential individual and purchased 10 plots. Fair market value is given on April 1, 2007. When he converted his capital asset into business, the fair market value was given. Now he has sold it on 31st March 16. So we will take this. First as business income. Which financial year? Financial year 2015-16. Keep your hands on the first para. 15 and 16 mein. I converted my self-acquired property into plot. But plot I have sold in 15-16. So in 15 and 16, business income will come. Sale consideration of stock plots. You have sold the plots in 55 lakhs. Are you all with me? Why I am doing financial year 15-16 की income पूछा तो नहीं है, but फिर भी कर रहे हैं. Less cost of acquisition. That will be the fair market value on date of conversion. The day you converted into stock in trade, उस दिन का fair market value. 55 lakhs. May you have sold. And what is the day you converted it? 2007. 1st April 2007. He started a business. And he converted, and fair market value on that date was 40 lakhs. 15 lakhs. Sale consideration 55 lakhs. Cost of acquisition 40 lakhs, business income. Now, income from capital gain. I know that capital gain has come first in 2007, and in 15 and 16 it's business income. But why I am paying 15-16? Abhi to I just in 2007 I just converted it in the stock in trade. Abhi stock in trade sell to hona chahiye na. 2 concepts are there. 54F also I'll work out and show you here. Income from capital gain. Sale consideration of lot. Fair market value 40 lakhs. The day I converted in stock in trade. What is the sale consideration? That is the cost here. Less index cost of acquisition. What is the cost of acquisition? Bolo, you have purchased it on 1st April 2001. Actually, you purchased in 94 and 95. But then fair market value is given 8 lakhs. And 2001 is like 100. And you have converted into stock in trade on 1st April. When did you convert? Are you reading and picking up the data? 1st April 2007. This is the pitfall where students go wrong. Wonderla की slide में नहीं गिरना है हमको. 2001 you have purchased the plot. Of course you have purchased in 94, but indexation starts here. 2007 when you converted self-acquired property in stock in trade, it's the transfer. आ गया यहाँ पे. पर आप capital gain, why you are paying 2007 का capital gain 15-16 because that's the time you realized money. But indexation will come only till 2007 and 8. Tell me what is the index rate for 2007 and 8? Yes, faster than me, faster than me. 2007 and 8. 2001 and 2, 2007 and 8. 129. Thank you. 8 lakhs into 129 divided by 100. 10 lakh 32,000. 10 lakh 32,000. ठीक है? चलो. And what is the capital gain now? Minus 40 lakh. 29 lakh 68,000. That's it in that year. तब लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन आया ना आपको? कितना आया? बिजनेस इनकम को तो रहने दो, सॉरी इसको इनर कॉलम में लिखो 2968. Now can you avail section 54 exemption here? Yes. Section 54F. What you are selling? Open plot. What you are buying? Residential house. Read the problem. Next line. You have sold the plot. Convert kiya ya sell kiya, it's a transfer. Whether you sell the plot outrightly to your friend or you convert the plot into your business assets, it's the same. Now, when he sold the plot, he purchased a residential house for 50 lakhs and he has constructed 2 rooms in the residential house. Okay. (54F). Write down all of you. Plot, P-L-O-T, na. Plot sold, house purchased. Sale consideration कितना है? 40 lakhs. Capital gain कितना है? 29 lakhs 68,000. How much you have invested in new house? 50 lakhs. Oh, maths logic. 40 में इतना तो 5 lakh में कितना? Cross multiply. But you have invested more than your sale consideration. By selling the plot, you have got 40 lakhs and that 40 lakhs you have invested here. I know I've taken a technical problem पहले 54F के simple problem भी करेंगे पर ये अच्छा है, करो. I hope you all are following. If you want problem revision also tomorrow with concept, we will do. So 40 lakhs में this much is exempt, 50 में कितना? So whole 29 lakhs 68,000 is exempt. And what is capital gain? Nil. What will be total income in that year? 15 and 16. 15 lakh rupees business income. Story is over only till interval. Once again, conversion of plot into stock in trade. And when it is sold in stock in trade, it's business income. And that time we will calculate capital gain. But that time when you get amount by selling the plots, you invested in a house. So open plot sold and house purchased. You are claiming exemption in 54F. I taught you cross multiplication. I'll apply tomorrow in many problems, but I'm not doing right now because 40 lakhs house, if you have sold and you have got this much capital gain, 50 lakh you invested. If you would have invested 5 lakh na, so proportionate capital gain aata. So this is over. Now what happened? The last para. Last para. Okay. Now he sold this residential house on 1st February 2022. So now financial year 21-22. Sale of house. He has again sold the house for 73 lakhs. Actual sale consideration 73 lakhs. as per section 50C, stamp duty value, which is higher, 93 lakhs, we will take it. 93 lakhs, we will take it. ठीक है? और उससे भी हायर है 98 lakhs, वो हम नहीं लेंगे. Less. Expenses में we have commission. Commission is 1%. Don't take 1% of 93 lakhs, its stamp duty value. Commission is always on actual sale consideration. 73 lakhs का 1%. 73 lakhs का 1%. Are you all with me? Go to house property chapter. GAV could be stamp duty or क्या बोलते थे उसको हम, municipal value or fair rent, whichever is higher, blah blah. But municipal tax as a percentage, always take on the municipal value. Nice booster point. हमने कुछ booster notes नहीं लिखे. Net sales consideration 92 lakhs. 92 lakhs 27,000. Now less index cost of acquisition. घर कब खरीदा आपने? When did you buy the house? For 50 lakhs. We purchased the house on 50 lakhs cost. On 31st March 16. So we will take 16, 17. And this is, yeah.
Ma'am, stamp duty value is 95, no, ma'am.
Stamp duty value is 95, huh? And valuation officer is 98. So I took 93. Okay, no, it is 95. Stamp duty value is 95. Change it, correct है बिल्कुल. Stamp duty value. आप लोग लिख भी रहे, मेरा ध्यान ही नहीं है चैट बॉक्स में भी कितने स्टूडेंट्स ने लिखा है. Yeah, no problem. And this is 9427. Now, you have purchased the house for 50 lakhs on March 16. Don't take 16, 17. ये भी मैंने गलत किया है. If it is March 16, you have to take 15 and 16. Financial year. 15 and 16. How much it is? 15 and 16? 254. And this is 317. 254 has become 317. 50 lakhs has become how much? 50 lakh into 317 divided by 254. 62 lakh 40,157 is the cost. 62 lakh 40,157 is index cost of acquisition. And there is index cost of improvement. After purchasing the house, he made 2 extra rooms in June 2016 for 8 lakhs. In June 2016, 17 and 21 and 22, 317. 16, 17 का कितना है? 264. 264 and 317. बोलो कितना आ रहा है? 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs into 317 divided by 264. How much you all are getting? Appreciated that you all are here till the end of the class. Thank you so much. That is your commitment, tendency, my commitment. Chalo. 9,60,606. Correct hai? Sale consideration, we took stamp duty, expenses 1% of actual sale consideration, index cost of acquisition, index cost of improvement, and that will give you long-term capital gain. That will give you long-term capital gain. Kitna aa raha hai? Can anyone put the answer quickly? 94 lakh 27,000 minus 62 40,157 minus 960 606 22 26 237. Correct? Yeah. Now basic exemption he will get. How much? Age दिया था ना? 85 years. He's a senior citizen. अच्छा, super senior citizen. 5 lakh income is exempt. Super senior citizen. And now balance taxable. इतना कंबाइन नहीं आता है, इनमें से एक पार्ट आएगा, लेकिन अच्छा प्रॉब्लम था. That will give you, this is called as drilling. एक बार समझ में आ जाए तो परेड के लिए कितना ड्रिलिंग कराते हैं ना, वही मैं करा रही हूँ. चलो, now calculate tax on 1726 237 at the rate of 20%. So the tax is coming to 3,45,247 on that ESES. Are you all with me? दीप्ति मैम को ना लेट हो रहा है डिनर के लिए, तो वो तो सिली मिस्टेक करते हैं, आप थोड़ी करोगे. 13,810. So what is your tax payable coming to? 345, 247. 359,057. Rounded off to 359,060. Anyone having any doubt in the tax calculation? जल्दी से पूछो. Good number of problems we will practice tomorrow. And one small concept is pending. Advance money forfeited, वो भी करेंगे. Homework भी देखेंगे कल. Yeah, definitely I will scroll up because I did fast. एक मिनट पहले sale consideration लिखा. Expenses 73 lakh. Net sale consideration. Index cost of acquisition. Index cost of improvement. I have a question. Please don't leave the class. Long-term capital gain. Basic exemption. 5 lakh. Tax payable. लिख लो जल्दी से.
मैम
या बोलो.
मैम मेरे को बिल्डिंग का जो कॉस्ट वाली है ना मैम, वो मेरे को रॉन्ग लग रहा है मैम. 9,98,425.
क्यों? कॉस्ट 50 lakhs.
नो, लैंड का मैम 8 लाख.
उसपे जो 2 रूम्स बनाए हैं 8 lakhs into 317 divide by 264. Correct, it is coming. देखो, it is 317 index for 21 22 and for 16 and 17 it is 264. Check where you went wrong. Long term capital gain is coming this. And basic exemption. If you miss out on this, gone, pitfall. अरे मैम मैं तो 250 लिया, मैं तो एज ही भूल गया. एज तो पहले लिख लेना. Now you are getting correct?
Yes,
Done? Okay. अच्छा, my question to you all is, he sold the plot. ध्यान से देखो, last one, 2 minutes more. He sold the plot and he purchased residential house. He claimed 50 for it. Now he sold the residential house. You only taught now, Dipti ma'am, जब exemption लेते हैं, you are selling any asset other than residential house and you are buying residential house. You are claiming 50 for it. Don't sell this residential house. We sold this residential house. Is the exemption going to be revoked in this problem? Yes or no? Quick answer. Yes or no? Participate in the class. मैं तो नाम भी नहीं पूछती हूँ कौन आंसर दे रहे, गलत है सही है. It's just participate. My question to you all is, sold the plot, purchase the house. Don't sell the house. Dipti ma'am said if you sell this house, the exemption is revoked. So he to sold the residential house. So is the exemption revoked? No, it's not revoked. Why? Because once you claim the exemption by selling the plot and buying the house, you need to hold it for 3 years. He purchased the house on 31st March 16 and he sold it in 2021. 4-5 साल के बाद. So after 3 years, you can sell. Exemption won't be revoked. Talk these extra stories. So many of you read the movie reviews. ना अरे movie जाना कि नहीं, RRR. चल पहले review तो देखें. कटप्पा की तो बात ही कुछ और थी. जैसे सोचते हैं ना, वैसे these sections के around enjoy this knowledge. You talk on it. If you have any thought, vague thought in your mind, मैम ऐसे भी तो हो सकता था, ये भी तो है. Someone asked me, ma'am, why didn't you take additional 1 lakh? I answered, 1 lakh is in long-term capital gain on shares. Long-term capital gain on property, flat 20%. Yeah, basic exemption you will get. उसमें भी वंडरला के बड़े बड़े स्लाइड, एज 85 इयर्स कर दिया, 5 लाख लेना है आपको. You have to remember, if he is non-resident, even if 85 years, no additional exemption. इसको है ना, सही में स्कूल बच्चे की तरह 10 बार लिखो, गलती नहीं करोगे. The additional basic exemption for senior citizen 3 lakh, super senior citizen 5 lakh. That is only for resident individual. If you are an uncle of 85 years, but you are non-resident, for you basic exemption only 250, no one additional. ये यही जहां पे हमको मालूम है गलती होती है, उसको ही तो पैच लगाना है, आगे बढ़ना. That's all. We are very late, so I'm closing. Okay, Saket, you are answering super. You have answered really nice. Ashwini, what is that 98 lakhs in the problem? 98 lakhs is the value given by valuation officer. Listen, I sold the property in 73 lakhs. When I went to register said, nahi, stamp duty market value of the property is 95. Pay stamp duty 95, take actual consideration 95. बस आगे बात ही मत करो. You are saying no, stamp duty 95 नहीं है. चलो तीसरे के पास जाते हैं, उसका नाम है valuation. वो तो और आगे, he is तो giving 98. चुपचाप 95 accept करो, take it as sale consideration, pay the tax, pay the stamp duty. Though actual amount you have received is only 73 lakhs. Maybe that is black money, whatever, and it is not permitted. You know, problem like this, listen all of you, 73 lakhs आप बेच रहे हो जबकि घर की market value is 95 lakhs. The difference will be taxable in the hands of the buyer. Income from other sources. It's very, buyers are very careful. No, whatever is stamp duty, they will do the registration. This is only a twist for exam. Okay, you have to decide. Actual sale consideration 73. Stamp duty value 95. Valuation officer 98. Which one to take? Stamp duty. All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye all of you. Good night. Any more doubts are there? Please write and show me at the beginning of the class tomorrow. All right. Thank you. Bye. So did you enjoy these conceptual learning? If yes, then below the video, the link is given for our Telegram group. You can join for concept classes app. You can download. Lot of videos are there in the free content also along with the PDF material. So whole chapter, you can download the material. You can watch all the videos in detail and do learning. Lot of theory questions, other PDFs are all included. Okay, right? So do connect with us with all the links below. If you have any query, you can write a mail and you can connect with us through the link, and would be more than glad to help you join our concept classes app community. Waiting to welcome you all, right? Thank you so much. Wish you very all the best. And if you really like these kind of the concepts, hit the notification button, hit the like button so that you're notified next time when we are taking a lecture or we are uploading it in the YouTube. And do share this video with friends. Do comment below the video for any query also, any doubt also, and if you have really taken some value addition. I'm on a mission to help more than 10,000 students. I really want to help by putting lot of value addition with the way I have learned. These all subjects are interlinked: account, tax, costing, FM. And you will enjoy this interlinking knowledge. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Bye-bye.